Hey everyone, this is King Arjun Reviews here, and today everyone, we're just gonna be reviewing on one of the episodes from an old cartoon series. And it's from a very old show by MTV, and it's called Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I've watched one of the episodes for the first time, and I think it's from season 5 from Beavis and Butthead of the show itself, and it's called Walkathon. Yeah, I've watched this episode like today and it was good. And it starts with Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, they're at at an assembly hall in school where they listen where they're sitting at a crowd next to the other people where yeah, Beavis and Butthead were at a school assembly listening to Clark Cobb from the Christian Businessmen's Association, and he says he's got Socko, his puppet, a sock puppet, to invite the students to take part. And then I like one of the scenes where where Beavis and Butthead talk about Clark using Socko as the puppet. Yeah, it's kind of a bit funny. It's one of my other favorite scenes, but I also like the other scene. I also like the other scene where they were watching some more music videos. I know they like heavy metal, and I'm also surprised, and it makes me smile that they listen to Elvis. I think I heard like Hound Dog playing. Yeah, they listen to Elvis Presley. But I'll give you one of my favorite scenes in this episode of Walkathon. Beavis and Butthead episode 1 sec.
Socko's got a hand up his butt.
Yeah, guys, that was actually really funny, yeah. And then we get to the other scene where Beavis and Butthead were sitting outside of the Maxi Mart as they were drinking Freezy Whips. And it gave Beavis a brain freeze when he drinks them. And then Doria, or someone, Doria, yeah, sorry if I pronounced a bit wrong or maybe a bit right, but yeah. Yeah, she walks up to them and she explains the walkathon will earn money just for walking. And then they both agree to participate, not understanding that it's a charity, and then they give money, like pledge like $10 and a nickel. And then after like she leaves, yeah, once she leaves, yeah, and then they just said they ripped her off as Butthead tells Beavis, and then they walk astray of the path of the walkathon, but they eventually get back to the station where Clark is at. And then the boys demanded from him after Clark tells them that Doria already gave her money like 50 cents, and then he says they have to give him like $100, much to their confusion, and says he says that the two boys will have to walk 4,000 miles if they won't pay. And then later that night, they get tired as they're walking down the road, and then they start voicing their hatred for charity, like giving them money as Cobb Clark drives behind them. And yeah, I kind of like this episode. It's very funny. I give this one like a 10 out of 10 stars. I also like the other scene where they're listening to music, and I heard them listening to Billy Joe, Elvis Presley, and others. And I know they're a heavy metal fan, a big fan of heavy metal music with screaming, yeah, like with AC/DC and all, and Drowning Pool and others, yeah. Alright, folks, yeah, that's all for my review on this classic Beavis and Butthead episode called Walkathon. I love this cartoon from MTV, it's nice. And nostalgic and funny, yeah. Mike Judge, I think that's the creator's name, yeah, he did a good job voicing the characters and creating the show and animation, but yeah, hope you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time in any other videos, so yeah, goodbye everyone, peace, and I love you, bye, I'll see you in the next video. Alright, yeah, goodbye everyone, yeah, that's all, bye.